There was a last time your mother ever picked you up and carried you. A final time she lifted you onto her hip and then set you down. And neither of you knew it was the last time. There was no announcement. One day it simply happened for the very last time, and then never again. Your whole life is quietly full of last times like that. Last times you walked straight through, certain there would be more. The last time a childhood friend knocked on your door to come and play. The last time your whole family sat together in that old house. You did not get to say goodbye. You did not even know to look up. We are taught to expect endings to feel like endings. The graduation, the final day, the funeral, the marked, official goodbye. But almost none of life's real endings arrive at any ceremony at all. They do not knock. They do not warn you. They simply stop happening. A person who was part of your every single day and then was not. And there was no last scene, no music, no moment of knowing. The most important goodbyes of your life went by completely unnoticed. Because at the time, they did not look like goodbyes. They looked like an ordinary Tuesday that you were too busy to really see. Think of the people who were once your entire world. The friends from when you were small, who you saw every single day. You shared everything. You could not imagine a week without them. And now, where are they? You may not even know what city they live in. There was a final time you ever spoke to them, and you do not remember it. It was not a fight. It was not a betrayal. It was just life, gently pulling. Different schools, different towns, different lives, drifting slowly apart. The friendship did not break. It simply thinned until one day it was gone. And you cannot even point to the day that it ended. And here is one that stops people cold when they first really feel it. There was the last time you ever played as a child plays. A final afternoon of running outside, lost completely in a game. And then you grew, just slightly, and you never did it again. There was a last time you were small enough to be tucked into bed. A last time a fairy tale was read to you in the dark. Childhood did not end on a marked day, it ended on an ordinary one. You walked out of it without a backward glance, certain you would return. And the door closed so softly that you never even heard it shut. Then there are all the people who move quietly through a life. The neighbor you waved to for years, who one day moved away. The coworker you sat beside through a whole era of your life. The old man at the shop. The teacher who saw something in you. Faces that were part of the daily fabric of your world. And then a job changed, or a city changed, and they were simply gone. You will almost certainly never see most of them again. People you genuinely cared for now drifted entirely out of reach. Each of them a small last time that passed without a sound. This is how most people leave our lives, not with a door slamming, with a slow fade, a gradual thinning of the thread. The messages that come a little less often, the visits that get rarer. The "we should catch up soon" that slowly stops being said at all. No one decides to end it. There is no villain and no single moment. There is just the quiet drift of two lives moving at different speeds. And one ordinary day, without either of you choosing it, you have your last conversation, and neither of you marks the occasion. The thread does not snap. It just, finally, lets go. So picture one of those days, before you knew it was the last. Everyone you loved together in one room, laughing about nothing. The noise of it, the warmth, the certainty that this was just normal. You are not paying close attention, because why would you? There would be 1,000 more days exactly like this one. Except there were not. That, quietly, was the peak, the last full gathering. And it felt like nothing. It felt like an ordinary, forgettable afternoon. The best days of our lives almost never feel like the best days. They feel like Tuesday, and then, slowly, they become the thing we ache for. The Buddhists built their entire understanding of peace around this. Everything that begins, ends. Everyone you meet, you will lose. Not as a punishment, simply as the nature of all things that exist. There is an old teaching about a master and his favorite cup. He loved it and he held it, and he said, "To me, this cup is already broken." Because he knew that one day it would fall, or crack, or be lost. And by accepting that now, while it was whole, he could truly enjoy it. Everyone you love is, in this same gentle sense, already gone. And it is only that truth that lets you hold them while they are here. And yes, this aches. It is supposed to ache. That dull grief, when you think of a person you can never go back to. But turn it over and look at what the ache actually is. You only mourn an ending in proportion to how much you loved. The pain is not a flaw in your life. It is the receipt for the love. A life with no last times that hurt would be a life that held nothing. So the grief is not the enemy of the love. It is the shadow it casts. To have something worth losing is the entire point of being alive. The ache is just love, with nowhere left to go. And here is the part we forget. You are not only the one left behind. You are also, right now, someone else's person they will never see again. Somewhere, someone remembers a last time with you that you have forgotten. You have already drifted out of lives that once revolved around you. You are a fading face in someone's memory, exactly as they are in yours. We are all the time, quietly becoming each other's distant past. This is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to soften you. Because everyone you pass is carrying their own invisible goodbyes. Everyone is, in their own way, holding a cup that is already broken. So, what do you do with a truth this large and this quiet? You do not become morbid. You do not cling or live in fear of the end. You do something much harder and much simpler. You wake up. You let the fragility of it all sharpen your attention, instead of dimming it. The next time you are with someone you love, let one thought cross your mind. One day, there will be a last time for this. It may even be today. Not to sadden the moment, to flood it with its true and rightful weight. To make you look up from the noise and actually see the person in front of you. Impermanence is not here to steal the moment. It is here to give it back. And so, there are things worth doing, while the doing is still possible. Say the thing you keep meaning to say, out loud, to their face. Take the photograph, even when it feels like a small interruption. Stay the extra hour. Make the call you keep deciding to make tomorrow. Forgive the person, if the only thing in the way is your own pride. Tell the people who shaped you that you know they did and that it mattered. You cannot close every loop. Some last times are already behind you. But the ones still ahead of you are, for now, still yours. Do not save your love for an occasion that may never come. You cannot keep anyone. That was never a power you were given. Everyone who walks into your life is, eventually, walking back out of it. But you were never meant to keep them. You were meant to be with them. Fully, while the ordinary irreplaceable days are still here. You do not get to choose when the last time comes. But you do get to choose how present you are for all the times before it. That is the one goodbye you have any say over, the attention you pay now. So look up, look at them, Let the ordinary day be enough, because it is. One day this will all be a memory. Be here for it while it is still your life.